it kind of leads in. We'll talk about real quick Shazam, and we'll throw some. What's the other one?
The Black
Not
Adam
Shaz-
with him.
the Black Adam. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
do those
you're a
together.
fandom not? You don't know shit. Anyway, Shazam. Okay, so what I'll say is the first Shazam. i- the thing about Shazam, right, is it seems to be a response to the critique of like DC's too dark, right? So that movie when it was made, I had like biases against it because I was like, I don't care if your movie's dark. The Christopher Nolan movies were more adult, dark, like dark, whatever dark is. I don't know what that is. People,
Fantastic.
uh, and those were great movies. And I was like, I like serious tone superhero movies. I do. I like The Watchmen. I like I said, Christopher Nolan movies. Man
Watchmen.
of Steel. I like when they take the topic seriously instead of cracking jokes every 5 minutes and stuff like that. So when I saw Shazam, it was like, oh, it's DC doing Marvel. And I had some hesitancies on it. But when I watched it, I'm not gonna lie, I had a good time with it. It's a fun. It's not made for me. I don't think like a someone who was fan of the DC stuff in the '90s and 2000s of that age group. But it's made for younger folk, like maybe like younger teenagers or earlier than that. But it's a really good movie. It's a fun movie. Some dark stuff in it too, like the demons and stuff. I remember like I was like, oh, the first Shazam is interesting. But it reminded me of like especially the part where the kid is trying to like the kid's being an adult. What's that movie with Tom Hanks? I think it's called Big. I don't know if you remember this. Tom Hanks.
Where he's
Tom
like a
Hanks
kid as
yeah,
a
and he turns into an adult. And I think it was inspired. It had a lot of cool, fun scenes like that. And I ended up appreciating the movie for what it was. And I don't think it's the best DC movie. I don't, but I had hesitancies towards it, and it was fun. And now they're doing a sequel. They didn't give us much in this like I don't even think it was trailers, like some behind the scenes thing, right?
Yeah, I think they didn't really
It showed footage though. It showed footage.
It showed where they're gonna have scenes, right?
Yeah.
And that's what kind of gets me like, all right, because look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't watch the first movie,
You didn't?
first
You didn't?
Shazam,
Okay.
so because how I felt about the cinematic. But
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go
Yeah,
back and watch
yeah.
it though, because I mean what they showed over there looked like it's about to get into like, all right, we're going into the background, we're going to
It's a
Athens.
good movie. I'm not gonna lie. It's very predictable. It follows
Okay.
the formulas. But it's the small scenes, right? That like it's kind of like like they milk those like moments where like,
So
oh, I'm a teenager, I'm gonna go buy alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Because I have an
yeah.
adult body, and the actor that plays the adult version of the kid, Shazam himself, you don't even he does it so good. You don't even separate them. Like
They look the same.
I believe he's that same kid as
Billy
the
Batson,
Shazam kid.
yeah.
Billy Batson, yeah. And so, and there's like some really good special effects in that movie. And I saw this new one, and whatever that was, the behind the scenes or whatever the new footage, and special effects look great, and he looks good in it. I think he got more jacked actually, if I'm not mistaken. And so you know what I'm saying, I'm not Jamal Hanzu. I don't know what his name is, but he's back. He looks kind of silly in that beard. He still looks silly in the first movie with that beard, but whatever. He looks silly, like that's the wizard. I mean, I don't know, but but they're building a world, right? A more lighthearted world in the DC universe, which I appreciate. You know what I mean? I appreciate,
Yeah.
but it is within the DC universe, and there's tone clashes. But what do you think about it overall?
Well, so like I said, like the scenes, we didn't get too much about like what the movie's gonna be about, but I did see that they're taking shots in Athens. We're gonna go get to see where the wizards and the gods are gonna be at. So it's like, okay, like it looks like it's about to go into a little mystical land. So it's like kind of like how Aquaman has like a whole bunch of magic and stuff when you see that
Yeah.
movie. I feel like they're gonna go back into like, okay, we're gonna get weird over here. We're gonna show you a little bit of something.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you had enough about Shazam, I'm more interested, right? In Black Adam.
Go ahead.
I'm more interested in Black Adam. Let me tell you why.
Okay, first of all, it took that movie a million years to be even made. I remember they announced this back in like, oh my god, when Man of Steel came out.
This could either be the greatest comeback for DC, or it could just put DC further down in the hole. I don't know, but
Black Adam, nobody even knows who he is. Like outside
no
of
one.
the
Okay, yeah,
fans.
no one knows where he is for the fans, but for the people that know, you know what I'm saying? Like for
But
me,
you have
I'm
The Rock.
excited.
You
Huh?
have The Rock.
You have the Rock,
You
so
have
I
The
think
Rock,
people are gonna
so-
get geared to it, and you have a lot of people that talk about Shazam the movie, so I think they're gonna start trying to get onto it. Like it's like Venom,
Yeah.
right? Like like everybody watches Spider-Man, but like yeah, people go to see Venom. You know what I'm saying? It was a good movie.
He could be very well done. Okay, so here's the thing, and it keeps tying back to like the state of the DC universe. It's like you made a lighthearted tone movie that doesn't seem to fit in the Zack Snyder, more serious movies, but you do prove that they do exist within it.
Yeah.
The Black Adam, you're making a sequel. Does the Black Adam tie into Shazam? Is there going to be references to him? I'm pretty sure there will be, right? There can't.
I
So
hope
it's like
so.
it's still confusing for like a lot of the reasons. But if you just watch it as its own thing, maybe if they try to focus more on that route, at the end of the day, it's The Rock, and it's The Rock in a DC property, and it seems like what I've seen. Did you see that little? It's not a trailer, but like a little scene that they showed, or like not scene, but it looks
It
like a
just-
concept that they showed of The Rock.
Yeah,
And
it looked like him just drawn into the
Yeah.
costume. It didn't really look like it was like filmed yet or anything like that. But I mean, The Rock seems excited. I don't know if they wrote that little little promo for him or if he said it himself. 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I cannot get over the fact that he was like, "I'm so excited," and he was just looking at the camera, just like dead face, like, "You don't look excited, bro."
Nah, he's gonna hype it up. I think he's been trying to do this movie for the longest time, and for
No,
whatever
yeah,
reason,
yeah, that's
they
what he was
can't.
saying.
It seems weird because you have your Ben Afflecks, you have your Wonder Womans, you have like any of these people could be like the star, like the Tony Stark that breaks out of
Yeah.
makes the universe pop, right? Like Robert Downey Jr. did, but it's like, why is it taking you so long to make the movie featuring The Rock? Okay, like why were we getting Suicide Squad? I mean, even though I get it, Suicide Squad is a cool comic, but we have this blockbuster. Why did it take 7-8 years to get this guy to get a movie done? You know what
I think, look, I think they had him for Black Adam for so long, but I think not too many people knew about Captain Marvel. So they had him. I think they made this Shazam movie after announcing him, and just so they could have people like get familiar with who Black Adam is, who the Shazam is. You know what I'm saying? So creating hype for it. Now, did they
I
do
remember-
that
okay.
well? I don't think so.
I remember
But-
there was a period of time back in the early days where they were like, The Rock is interested in playing a character, we don't know which one yet. And I think there was a long couple of years there where he was like, we didn't know who he was playing, and someone did concept art for. I remember somebody did concept art for the Black Adam, and then maybe a couple months or a year later or something, he came out and he was like,
Yeah.
oh, I wanted Black Adam, because I think that went it popped off on the internet, and so I think they just couldn't get scripts. But he picked a character, right, that. Like if he played a mainstream character, no shot at Jason Momoa. Like if he played Aquaman, or if he played who's another main, just Martian Manhunter maybe.
Well, if him as Cyborg, I think would have been really kind of.
Him as Cyborg could have been
Cool.
interesting.
But or if you had the Green Lantern, the
He should have been something that like a main DC stay, and he could have been. They could have formed that Tony Stark-esque, because Tony Stark, the Iron Man was not a popular character, and he was not the center of the Avengers for
Yeah, and I really
for
think
the
that
casual fans. You know what I mean?
and
So
they're
it was-
trying so hard to make I think Batman the Iron Man of the. I mean, because Batman is the originator of the Justice League. Yeah, I get that, but the way y'all went about it, oh my gosh,
Yeah, man.
Martha.
It just took forever for them to get to the movie, but I'm excited for this one. I think
yeah.
he's gonna crush it. Just come up with a fun script. It's the other thing is, I think The Rock sells tickets to theaters when he's in fun, adventurous, funny movies. If
Yeah.
you know anything about the Black Adam, he's going the more badass route, which he started his career in with the the Scorpion Kings and the
I think
those
that's-
kind of movies.
I think that's
So
what they're
if he's
taking
going the
it back to,
badass
though.
route, but I'm trying to figure out how this. how this plays to The Rock's strengths, other than looking kind of like Black Adam, right? He looks kind of like Black Adam, right? So should we cast him as Black Adam? Okay, what are The Rock's strengths though? What kind of movies is he good in? And I'm hoping this movie doesn't fail, because you're gonna need such a strong script and such a strong like director to me to make that movie work, and make it different than other superhero movies, because you have to be in the past, ancient Egypt, and in it's just, I don't know. But what do you think,
For
to
me,
wrap it up with the
I think it's not like I don't think it's okay. So the casting, great. I think they can make it work. I think The Rock is a good enough actor, so where he could like adjust and get it in. But what I'm excited for the Black Adam movie is the story. I feel like this is a chance to really get into the origin of Black Adam. My point is, like, if they get into the reveal of who he really is and how it if they do it correctly, it could be a great movie. But
I think there's a lot of great stories that never get great movies. Do you know what I mean? Like they'll get a movie, but they don't. You can't. It's 2 hours, so you can't pick on like, you can't. I don't know. Black Adam, maybe the series would be better. But I don't know. Anyway, we'll move on to from Shazam and Black Adam.